What's going on, everyone? This is the Sports Speculator here. Thanks for joining me here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Enough of the intro. Quick housekeeping stuff. I'm super excited about the Washington Nationals. We clinched a playoff spot. Who would have thought, coming out of the gate so slow and blowing 30 saves in the regular season? And there's still games to go, so they can still blow more. But I mean, the Braves, super hot in our own division, and they're like 9 games ahead. Imagine if we had only blown 15 saves. We'd be winning that division. So especially sweet to do that against the Phillies, against Bryce Harper. Although people want to boo Bryce Harper, like the Nationals had, like they even tried to keep him. Like they gave this man a worthless contract, essentially. I mean, it was really bottom of the barrel type stuff and with so much deferred money. Like, if I'm Bryce Harper, I'm turning that stuff down too. But I think they just realized it's a lot of money to put into one player who had real spotty defense, not very clutch, and just had kind of shallow numbers. I mean, I think he really peaked his MVP season, and I think the writing was kind of on the wall, and they wanted to use that money. They need to use that money on their bullpen. It's freaking terrible. They wanted to spread that $330 million, over like 4 positions, and get really good players or invest in your young talent to sign them. Regardless, though, very cool. They clinched a playoff spot. They're going it's either them or Milwaukee, so it'll be interesting to see how the season ends, who will be the home team for that. But very exciting, very exciting. No one really I guess like the start of the season, you would think the Nationals are a good team. They're gonna do good things. That's what everyone always says, and they never do anything. And then just starting the season so terribly to then kind of get back into the postseason is very impressive. So, good job on that, you guys. Way to go. Disappointment in Philly, but I'm sure they'll retool and fix things for next year. Not a great start for the Bryce Harper era. Very good for the Nats. Now, do I see the Nationals winning a postseason series? No, I do not. I'm not that jaded. The bullpen is terrible. I don't see it. Even if it's at home or if it's in Milwaukee, I don't think it really matters. I don't see it. I think it's a feel-good story that you're in the postseason, but now you really gotta innings 6 through 9. You gotta put the clamps down. I don't think Washington has the bullpen for it, so I don't see them doing much. But I'll do a longer kind of preview for baseball once all the positions have been finalized and things like that. But I also did want to talk about NFL. Start of Week 4 is tomorrow. It is actually a good game, a Thursday night game being a good game. Okay, it's Eagles-Packers. In Lambeau. I say this is tough, right? Because the Eagles are 1-2, but I'm sure everyone knows that they're a much better team than 1-2. And the Packers' defense has been very good, but the offense has kind of been not sputtering, but it hasn't been like amazing. I expect the Packers to win though on some Aaron Rodgers magic. And to stay unbeaten. 1-3 for the Eagles, that's tough. That's a hole you got to dig yourself out of. And the NFC, I think, is better than the AFC, although right now you have teams like the Falcons being down and the Panthers are hurt and so are the Saints. The Cowboys are probably one of the best. I mean, Cowboys and Packers, very, very good in the NFC. I mean, the Lions are unbeaten, but are we really believing the Lions? No, I'm not. I don't believe in them. I don't subscribe to that. But the Rams are also very good. I think the Seahawks are very good. The Vikings and the Bears are good. So you have all those teams who are over 500 already, very good teams. And if you go down 1-3, that is really tough for the Eagles. That'll be really interesting. But I do see the Packers winning at home against the Eagles. I would expect, every week the offense to get a little bit better, and their defense is very good. So I have the Pack. I got the old cheese heads over the old American Eagle, so the old American bird. What else is going on? I want to do a video on some soccer stuff, MLS, Premier League, La Liga, and UEFA. I'll just group all of that into like my soccer videos. And then we have the NHL season. NHL season is right around the corner. I think we're about less than 2 weeks away, I think. I think it kicks off early October. First week of October is the first game of the regular season. So sometime this week, I'll put up a NHL preview video where I look at who's good, who I think is going to make a jump, who I think is going to make steps back, all my thoughts, everything like that, kind of before the season rolls around. And then NBA is right around the corner. I think the NHL has a couple weeks by itself before the NBA starts. I did a video on the WNBA finals, so go watch and like that video. But as soon as we get into the WNBA, then we get into the playoffs for both baseball and the MLS. And then right around the same time, we get the start of hockey season. And then a little bit after that, we get the start of basketball season. So love this time of year. Everything is either ending or starting, and it's very exciting. Very exciting to have a sports YouTube channel and just talk to you guys about sports all day, every day. And plus, we got fights on the weekends and upcoming UFC, MMA. I mean, that's all year round, That doesn't really have an off season per se. But a lot of good stuff churning up for the fall and towards the end of the year. And I'm really happy about it. We got the Packers over the Eagles. And we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think.